If you've been wondering whether you should invest in crypto but feel like everyone who speaks about it sounds either like a crypto bro or a banker who hates anything new, this video is for you. If you see me for the first time, I'm Abel and I worked in a wealth management company in Geneva, Switzerland. I graduated in international wealth management from the prestigious Paris Dauphine University, and I am a certified financial advisor and cryptocurrency trainer and expert. The honest answer to should I invest in crypto is more nuanced than yes or no. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the answer I will give a client paying me thousands. I will give it for you for free, so stay with me. Here's the first thing nobody tells you. Crypto is not one asset. There are way over 50 million cryptocurrencies in existence right now, and I'll say something most people in this space won't. Well over 90% will end up worth less. More than half of every cryptocurrency ever created has already failed, and of the millions that exist today, only around 100 show any real activity at all. The rest are ghost towns. One of them has different properties. One operates in an entirely different category, and confusing that one with the other 50 million is what causes most people to either lose money chasing the wrong coins or stay stuck and not invest at all because they lack the right information. So when you ask, should I invest in crypto, the real question underneath is which one and why? And let me answer both. Before I tell you why you should consider buying a small fraction of Bitcoin, let me tell you 3 reasons most people should not invest in crypto. Because if any of these describe you, the worst thing you can do is actually start. So the reason 1, you are chasing fast money instead of building an investment thesis. If your reason for buying is because it went up, you will buy at the top and sell at the bottom every cycle without exception. So the market is engineered to extract money from people like this, moving without deep conviction, and you know that deep conviction is linked to knowledge. So if you want fast money and no time educating yourself, then you should not touch crypto. Reason 2, you're treating it as a trade instead of a long-term holding. Trading means that you want to buy crypto at a low price and sell it at the top. Trading crypto is one of the hardest games on earth because you are not competing against other beginners like you. You are competing against big billion-dollar companies running high-frequency trading algorithms. So it means that they use computers that execute thousands of trades per second, sometimes even placed inside the exchange itself to gain a millisecond edge on you and any other person. So you're competing against people also with information you'll never see and systems that never sleep. I've studied crypto meticulously and I've never read about a single respectful person who built lasting wealth by trading crypto. So again, reason 2 to not invest in crypto is if you're treating it as a short-term trading strategy instead of a long-term one. Reason 3, you are chasing small coins because someone on social media told you it's the next big thing. Here's what's actually happening when you do that. Anyone can create a crypto in minutes, even you, for almost nothing. So every cycle, thousands of new coins appear with a sleek website, a hype narrative, an influencer that is being paid to pump it. So you're not discovering a hidden gem. You're being sold the exit liquidity. And exit liquidity means that the people who created the coin and the early insiders like the influencer who tells you to buy it need someone to buy at the top so they can cash out and sell their shitty position on someone, and that someone is you. The data on that is brutal. CoinGecko's own research found that more than half of all crypto projects ever launched have already failed completely. Failed or just were created to rug pull people. So following a trend can feel like taking action to you, but buying something just because it's already going up on the word of a stranger who profits when you buy isn't investing. It's being the last one through the door. So you should not invest in crypto if you are chasing small crypto coins because someone on social media told you it's the next big thing. Now, if you can hear those 3 things and honestly say, that's not me, I'm here to build long-term wealth, then please keep watching. Because now I want to talk about what makes Bitcoin different. I'm going to give you the same 3-pillar framework I give my clients who pays me thousands of euros for it. Number 1, monetary integrity. Over the last 20 years, fiat currencies, the euro, even the Swiss franc, have and continue as we speak to lose value. The euro has lost 50% of its purchasing power since 2001. The Swiss franc has lost 96% over the last 70 years. That's measured against any hard asset you want to use as a benchmark, and I invite you to go on the website priced in Bitcoin to see by yourself. So Bitcoin, by contrast, has a fixed supply. It is the first asset in human history with mathematically enforced scarcity, not enforced by a central bank like the euro, not enforced by a government, but enforced by code. There is no need to trust any human being, any institution, or any promise. You trust mathematics, and that code has run for 17 years without ever being broken. If you believe that the euro will continue to be printed, you should hold an asset, a currency, an investment that cannot be. Pillar number 2, sovereignty. Think about every asset or every investment you currently own. Your bank account requires the bank's permission to access. Your brokerage account for your stocks requires the broker's permission. Your real estate in many jurisdictions requires the state's permission to transact, and you even have to pay a tax to own your property. So you don't really own anything, you just borrow them. Bitcoin requires nobody's permission. You hold the keys, you move it across border, you pass it to your children. For an entrepreneur maybe like you, who has built her own business and values control over her own life, Bitcoin is not a luxury. It's the exact investment and money that align with your desire for real freedom and ownership. Pillar number 3, the data. I'm going to give you a number and I want you to sit with it. Since 2009, Bitcoin's compound annual growth rate has been 124% per year. Over the last 10 years, 70% per year. And for the next 10 years, it's reasonable to predict over 55% per year. These are figures sourced from institutional research like BlackRock. So I'm not predicting the future, I'm telling you what data shows. Past performance is not a promise, but it's also not noise. An asset that has been the best investment for 17 years and will continue to be it for the next 10-20 years is not a short-term trend, ladies and gentlemen. It is a fundamental revolution happening in real time. So if you've made it this far and you're thinking, okay, here's how serious people approach this. Step 1. Decide your allocation. I tell my community, if you have conservative profile, so you have a long-term horizon and you don't like to take too much risk, you could buy small fraction of Bitcoin, somewhere between 5 to 10% of your monthly salary. Anything above 10%, you enter the conviction investor territory and you should be working with someone on that. Whatever the number you choose it once, write it down, and don't touch it for at least one full year. Step number 2, no exchange platform. This is where most beginners stop, and it's a mistake. Leaving your fraction of Bitcoin on an exchange like Binance or Coinbase means you don't actually own it. The exchange does. They owe you your investment and you trust that they will not get hacked or disappear, which has been and will be the case. So it's better to use a broker like Mon Pelerin or Bull Bitcoin, where you only use them to buy small fraction of Bitcoin per month, every month, and then move it into your hardware wallet. Your hardware wallet looks like this. This is a small device where you hold your keys offline. So obviously the way you use it is that you have a cable here, you're gonna plug the key here, and then you can plug into your computer. This is the only way you can really own your fraction of Bitcoin, okay? So this is the moment your fraction of Bitcoin, that we call, by the way, Satoshi's fraction of Bitcoin, becomes truly yours. And let me know if you would like me to do a separate video walking through exactly how it works. By the way, if you feel like this is something you can already do alone, I will give you my Mon Pelerin and Bitbox affiliate link so you can get free shipping and no fees, and it helps me as well. Step 3. Full market cycle. Hold for one full market cycle. A market cycle in Bitcoin is 4 years. If you cannot commit to buy and hold for 4 years, do not buy, because the volatility in any 1 year will make you sell at exactly the wrong moment, and I don't want you to lose money. So the only people who lose in Bitcoin are actually people who sell at the wrong time. If you are a woman building real wealth, running a business, raising a family, building something that lasts, and you felt locked out of this finance and investment conversation because it's been dominated by toxic male traders and TikTok influencers shooting about crypto scams that gives 10x gains in weeks. You are not the problem, they are. The way this space has been taught is the problem. But Bitcoin is not for the gamblers. Bitcoin is for people who think in decades, not in days. For people who understand that real wealth is built quietly with discipline over time. Who wants to own something that cannot be deleted, frozen or printed away. That is who I work with. That is who this is for. And if you want to learn how I actually build a beginner investment position with my community of entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs, including the framework, the allocation model, and the self-custody setup, I've left my Instagram channel in the description, so let's connect. My mantra is wealth with purpose, freedom by design. Thank you for your time and congratulations to take your financial education seriously. My name is Abel Raberin, and I will see you in the next video.